All right, everybody. Good late morning. What is going on? We've got some legitimate, hot off the presses Seattle Seahawks news. That's right, not rumor, not speculation. We got some news. The Seahawks have gone and done some stuff. What they've done is fairly obvious. What they've done is fairly predictable. I would say. I think that it was always going to go this way, but nevertheless, it has now officially happened. Less than a week from legal tampering in free agency, the Seahawks have freed up a significant amount of cap space by releasing four players from their contractual obligations with the Seahawks in 2025 and possibly in some cases beyond. So, let's take a look here. This video is powered by BetUS. The four players the Seahawks released today are Robertson-Harris, Jenkins, George Fant, and Dre'Mont Jones. Per Dugar, per, I believe, Corbin, per Brady Henderson, per pretty much everybody. I mean, this is obviously the hot news right now if you're a Seahawks guy, so pretty much everybody's reporting on it to my knowledge. These were, I would say, kind of the easy ones, right? These are the ones where you don't really have to think too hard about it. These are the ones where the savings aren't necessarily massive, but they are nevertheless significant enough to easily justify this. Now, according to Dugar, those four players being released frees up about 26.5 million in cap space. I believe that is accurate. If you go over to Spotrac here, you can go ahead and do the numbers yourself. I guess there is some possibility of a post June 1st release with, I believe it would just be a Dre'Mont Jones. But other than that, it should be pretty binary. So I would assume that we're probably not going to do that, though. So there's a significant amount of savings on Dre'Mont Jones. That's over 11 million, actually over 11.5 million. So that's almost half of the cap savings. Robertson-Harris is 6.6 million and none of it's guaranteed, so that would account for another 6.6. Jenkins, remember, we gave Jenkins permission to seek a trade. Obviously, that was very unlikely to happen. As we can see that it hasn't happened. release saved us about 5.4 million. And then George Fant, the savings there were going to be about 3.8 approximately. So you do the math, comes out to about 26.5. I believe that number is at least close enough to accurate to where we can call it accurate and feel good about it. So as you can see, that's not everybody that the Seahawks are possibly or even likely to release. In fact, Corbin Smith actually spoke about how the team is still likely to release Tyler Lockett in the coming days here. Lockett not mentioned on that list. So still not sure what we're going to do there. But as of right now, Lockett remains on the team. And remember, releasing him saves about $17 million. So that would be significantly more than any one of these four players. Also not listed here is Noah Fant. And right now, I guess we're not sure what's going to happen with Noah Fant. Some people think we might actually keep him now because of the Kubiak factor. I'm not so sure. That one's a little bit hard to speculate on. I don't know if that's what Kubiak would want, but for the moment, he's still here. Before I go any further, I want to tell you about my friends over at BetUS. However, you can get on over there right now. It may be the off season. There's still some fun stuff you can bet on before free agency. You can bet on where certain players end up. Where's a player like Cooper Kupp going to end up? Where's Aaron Rodgers going to end up? Where's Myles Garrett going to end up? You can do some futures. Is Lamar Jackson going to break the all-time record for rushing yards for a quarterback in a season? Is Patrick Mahomes going to set some records in the 2025 season? What's Saquon Barkley going to do in 2025? A lot of fun stuff you can bet on. You can bet on the NFL draft, where certain players are going to go, and over under who's going to be the Mr. Irrelevant. You can bet on basketball. You can bet on hockey. You can bet on baseball. And use promo code BETUS on BetUS, use promo code YouTube150 to get a 150% deposit bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 and 125% deposit bonus on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000. YouTube 150. Get over to BetUS and get to some gambling. All right, so those are really the two main cap clearing moves that could happen. It seems like the team has already kind of married themselves to keeping Nwosu around for at least one more year. Now, expect something to happen to clear cap there, some kind of void year or redone deal, but it doesn't look like Nwosu is going to be released. And also, I still anticipate a Geno Smith extension that will get his cap hit down and a DK Metcalf extension that gets his cap hit down. But other than that, I think that's pretty much most of the business that we're likely to participate in this offseason. Maybe we trade Woolen, but I wouldn't really call that one likely. I think that at this point, it's probably more than likely than not we don't. And I do think we extend Michael Dixon because he's in the last year of his deal, and he's somebody that we want to keep around for a long time. But that would have a minimal amount of impact on the cap. So I don't think we're done. But this move does get us about 20 million under the cap. So in theory, we now have enough cap space to conduct the minimal amount of business that we need to conduct in the offseason. So that would give us enough money to handle our draft, practice squad, UDFA, the bare minimum. But if we want to do more than that, we're going to have to do a little bit more. And I'm sure that stuff is coming. Like, I cannot believe, I refuse to believe that this team is going to have Lockett on a $31 million cap hit in 2025. I also really don't think we're going to make Geno Smith and DK Metcalf play the last year of their deal out. Either we move them or we extend them. And right now, I think it is overwhelmingly likely we extend both of them. But regardless, what I'm trying to say is those cap hits will not hold. And I expect something to be done with Nwosu's cap hit. Because as of right now, actually, if those things happen, there's a good chance Nwosu will have the number one cap hit on the team for 2025. So I don't think they're going to want that to stand, although it does highlight that the team will be in a pretty good position with a lot of money to spend in the offseason. Okay, so that's what's up right now. So let me know what you guys think down below. I don't think anybody's going to think that much about it. These are not 4 players that are going to be missed at all. Robertson-Harris did basically nothing after he got traded here, and there's no dead money, so there was nothing to even think about. Jenkins, he got hurt. He didn't play that well even when he was healthy. Fant played 30 total snaps and got hurt twice and pieced out, basically. And Draymond was a player who I actually think got a little more hate than he should have. The fan base loathed Draymond Jones by the end. And obviously he wasn't very good. I don't think he was as bad as some people act like, but he certainly wasn't going to be worth the money. And he wasn't going to really be worth much in terms of even a roster spot. All right. More videos coming later. Thank you to BetUS for powering this video. See you guys soon. Go Hawks. Let me know what you think down below.